hot yoga problems. Ow! I got them. Got them today. Whoa, look out. The problem of the day is making it out of this garage in one piece. Son, you gotta watch out for those poles. Those concrete poles will get you every time. This is really reason alone to not have an expensive car. Parking garages. If you have to park in a parking garage for a living or to get your yoga on or whatever, you might as well keep your cars under $25,000 to $30,000 used, ideally, because you're gonna ding them. You're gonna get wrecked. That is just the nature of the beast. In today's parking garage economy, I'm telling you, man, there's something else going on. All right, this is going to be interesting. Will it detect? Oh, it did. Amazing. It detected my license plate. I'm back in action. I'm back in my POS 2015. Maybe it's a 2014. I don't even know. Subaru Impreza that crapped out when I was back in West Virginia. I had to borrow my dad's car for a couple weeks while it was getting fixed. Hat tip, Steve. Oh man, we got a road closure. It's throwing me off, man. It's throwing me off. That's how. I mean, what if do I have my Garmin? Do I have Waze up? Actually, I'm very proud that I can still navigate without those tools. I do appreciate and value immensely the digital navigation, satellite navigation tools, but man, how quickly we become accustomed to those. How do we even get around without them, right? I mean, gee whiz, who was using MapQuest? Who was using Triptych back in the day? It was turn-by-turn directions, and it felt like it was a miracle that it would print it out for you. But you had to look out for the street names and stuff. You had to actually know what you were doing. Waze and you know, all those other apps, they just tell you where to go. The first time that I experienced the Garmin blew my mind. I was on a road trip with my dad in St. Louis, Missouri. And I had used it before, so that wasn't the first time. It was my first time introducing my father to the technology. I said, Dad, this is gonna blow your mind. This is back when you get a rental car and you have to pay extra for the rental, or for the Garmin rental. And they came with like a sandbag, and you put it on the dashboard and it would fall off half the time. Oh, we got a showdown here. We got a one-way showdown. Sorry, it's not my fault. Very narrow stretch of property. I'm not used to going down this street. I get the detour, then I'm going directionally back to where I think I'm going. But this street is terrible. This street has parking on both sides. And yet we're also having traffic go both ways. How is that feasible? It's not possible. There's all sorts of people out running around, getting their exercise on a Saturday morning, as they are prone to do. And that's a wonderful thing. But I'll tell you what, does make driving slightly dangerous. Arlington County driving is like Frogger, except you're the car. You don't want to hit the frogs. The frogs are the people. I guess it's not really like Frogger. That's not a very good analogy. I'm just trying to tell you that it's challenging. It is very much like a real life video game with life and death consequences, so you don't want to mess around. 2 hands on the wheel at all times. 12 and 10, baby. 12 and 10? No, 10 and 2. 10 and 2. What the hell? 12 and 10. That's a weird angle. If I did 12 and 10, that's strange. 12 and 2. I kind of do. Sometimes I'll do like a 4 and 8. Or you ever do like an 8 and 3? Oh, good times. So, as you can tell, I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm back in action. After a lot of traveling the past couple weeks, we had journeys to West Virginia, we had journeys to Outer Banks, and went back in West Virginia. I mean, I was all over. I was running the circuit, man. I felt like a Methodist, trail rider. What do they call those? The circuit riders. except instead of a horse, I had my Subaru Impreza, and it broke down. I had to get a new horse back there in Buchanan, temporarily. Anyway, the car's kind of fixed up. The AC still craps out. That sucks. I think I can make it through the winter because I don't have AC. I mean, the AC is very unreliable on this car at this point. Do I want to get the AC replaced? That would be a costly expense, given the condition and age of the car. Maybe I should sell it or trade it in like around February, March. But what would I get? I don't really want another car, dude. I definitely don't want a new car. The car tax in Virginia smacks you in the face, dude. I mean, my car has a super low car tax because, thankfully, it's not a very valuable car. But the more expensive your car, the higher up your tax goes. I gotta do some research on this. I don't know if that's graduated, like at a certain point does it stop, in which case it would incentivize me to buy a really expensive car. If I'm gonna pay a certain level of tax, I might as well go to the limit and exceed it. Get a Tesla or something, but I don't really want electric cars, man. I'm not a big electric car guy. I need a manual transmission, dude. Those are hard to find, I'm telling you what. Put a premium on that. Also, my trade-in, therefore, is a lot less valuable. Nobody wants a standard. I like to drive standard to stay in touch with reality. The cars that do everything for you nowadays, I mean, pretty soon they are going to be driving for us, and I don't know. I'm cool with it. There's a lot of things I could do rather than drive while I'm in a car, but I do like having a little bit of agency. I do like to be in control of the situation, even if it's just an illusion. I don't have any problems today. That was, I guess, what I should have said right from the outset. I felt pretty good about the session. It was a substitute teacher. She was great. I had some gas issues that I'm gratefully was able to contain. That's always a challenge, but for whatever reason, it was even more so today. But I've been very good at that control, which is unusual for me. Oh, goodness. We did some flows. It wasn't anything off the chain. It was just a normal experience today. Not much to report. A good substitute teacher kept it real. I stayed on target. I guess the biggest development, which I'll be elaborating on in much greater detail in future episodes of Raff's Brain, is a potentially very intense exercise regimen that is possibly on the horizon. I won't elaborate too deeply here. I'll let you know. While I was in the Outer Banks, I was very close to purchasing a very costly exercise system, which seems legitimate. But then I started to realize the real thing that this system offered, aside from like regimented workouts, certain types of equipment, a diet, nutritional, guidance, and weekly or periodic coaching check-ins, that third leg of the stool, accountability, is really what I need. So I started to think, is it worth that enormous cost? It's a significant cost just to get someone to basically hold me accountable. I could probably do that at a much lower cost with people I know. In particular, one of my relatives, who's my cousin's son. I don't know what that makes him in relation to me. Is he a grandnephew or something? Is that right? I don't even know. But he's a personal trainer down in South Beach, Miami. He's pretty shredded. He's got an Instagram and everything. His name is Zachary, or Zachariah. Is Zachary short for Zachariah? Zachariah is the biblical name. I think that's what his is, Zachariah. I can just call him Zach. Z-Dog or something like that. Anyway, we're going to have a call later today. I'm going to record it. I'm going to post it as an episode. And it's the beginning of a potential journey of fitness and health and wellness that might, take me for the Q4 of 2020. What year is it? 5? I don't even remember at this point. But that's what's on the horizon. It could be kind of like this weekly check-in with him. I'm going to be much more vigorous. I'll be continuing to do the hot yoga, but I'll also step up some cardio and weights, which I don't really want to do. To be very honest with you, I do not enjoy that. But I recognize it needs to happen. If I'm ever going to get in shape, I've got to take accountability. The alternative would just be getting those GL1 shots. Bam, just shoot me up. Give me the juice. But I'm not yet there. I might get there. I might get to that point. But this is like the last hurrah to pull it together. Health and wellness, weight, sleep, all this stuff's going to have to align this fall. As I turn 50, I have to get serious about this. I mean, you've got to do it. I've got to drop about 25, 30 lbs, or it's going to really start taking a toll. So, wish me luck. Maybe I'll document it here. We'll see what happens. We have an exploratory call with Zachariah today, and we'll go from there. I feel optimistic about it. I'm a little anxious about what it will entail. Burpees, all that bull crap. Oh, God. Weights, push-ups, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Sometimes you just, eat your vegetables, dude. You've got to do the stuff that's hard. Hard stuff is hard for a reason, because that's where the greatest value is. Maybe? I don't know if that's true. It's like what I hear from inspirational speakers, but let's just roll with it. Nothing good in life is easy. Is that true? I don't know. Anyway, stay tuned. We're going to see how this goes. In the meantime, hot yoga problems persist. I suck at it. I get incrementally better, then I get punched in the face. It is good to be back from Outer Banks and have normal yoga here. It's hot yoga, but it's not blazing hot. Outer Banks hot yoga is freaking crazy hot. You're in a tropical oasis down there, bro. Here in Virginia and Core Power, it's more like in the 90s. I think at OBX is like 110 or something. I mean, they blaze it. It's amazing. I kind of like it hot. But anyway, that's a whole other issue. We'll see what happens. There's a whole other variety of classes I could also get involved in at Core Power. They're like, boot camp style classes where you do all this sort of aerobics with weights and all that sort of stuff. I just don't know, man. They just always kick my butt in a major way. But maybe I should just incorporate that every day. It's just a lot, dude. It becomes a lot. It becomes a lot of my time and effort and energy. I want to get my cardio and weights on at home because it's just less taxing of my time. 30 to 45 minutes a day. Let's say like 3-4 days a week. Yoga 3-4 days a week. I don't want to do a double up. Maybe it's more like on, off, on, off, on, off. Then you have a day off to recover. I don't know, man. I don't know. Zachariah is going to hook me up there. We're going to have a great conversation about it, and I hope you'll join me in future episodes of Raff's Brain as we document that journey. It could become its own new strain of content. Title to be determined. Raff's Fitness Quest, or something like that. Another stream of content of the Raff's Brain podcast. Good times. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. Until next time, namaste, mofos.